Hi, everyone. I'm Jamie Dorley, and we're live at the World of Wellness. This is the Wine and Wellness Week, right here at 2419 Baldwick Road in the heart of Pittsburgh. This is the last day of the Wellness Week, so if you're around, come on down. We'll be here till 5 p.m. We got a lot of early birds here today, so thanks so much for coming. We got a standing room only crowd, of course. So if you want to come down, we're here till 5 p.m. We have workshops all day. We have free smoothies in the smoothie bar. We're doing chair massages in the lobby. We got Zyto scans going on. And at 12 o'clock, Paulina, we have free Holly's Healthy Treats. These are healthy cookies and muffins. I know you tried some the other night. So come on down, folks. We'll be here all day today. Everything's on sale. If you can't make it down, give us a call, 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. We have a whole host of workshops today, and none will be better than this one right now. So very special guest joining us today. She's a close personal friend of mine. I think she's my favorite client, so I don't want to say that too loud. But without a doubt, she is an awesome healthcare professional, and she's really changing people's lives. So welcome back, Paulina Petrusevich. How we doing, Paulina?
Good morning, Jamie. It's so good to see you again. Thank you so much. You know, the feeling is mutual, and I absolutely love you and your company from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be a part of everything you and Nutritional Frontiers are doing.
Oh, I love you too, Paulina. You're doing incredible work out there. And before we jump into all the great success and talking about blood sugar and diabetes, I want to compliment you because you are, without a doubt, the American dream. You know, in America, when we hear about they're shipping you to Siberia, it's a place we don't think exists. But you actually grew up in Siberia, right?
Yeah, born and raised, and I lived there for 19 years of my life. Absolutely.
So you came here as a young adult with $500 in your pocket. Can you tell us a little bit about the journey? Because I think sometimes in America we all get spoiled and we complain about what we don't have, and everybody wants things handed to them, but not you. Let's hear a little bit about your background because this is so inspiring to me. So let's hear it. I know you're a humble person. You don't like to brag, but I'll brag for you.
There you go. Yes, thank you so much. Well, I was born and raised in Russia, Siberia, and I lived there for 19 years of my life. So I'm 39 years old now. I moved here 20 years ago. And when I came to this country, like you said, I came with just a few $100s in my pocket and a big bag full of hope and big dreams. And I did not really care to make anything big or build a business or multiple businesses. I just really wanted to provide a good income for myself and eventually and hopefully bring my family over from Russia to America. And, when I came to this country 19 years ago, you're just in that hustle mode and you're in a survival mode and you're 19 years old. So you're still a teen, you're a teenager, right? So you have to grow up really fast. And when all of the kids my age still, playing and doing what the normal, typical 19-year-olds are doing, I was working six jobs. And 6 full part-time jobs. I slept 3 or 4 hours a night, but I did not care because I wanted to do whatever it takes just to make it happen. When I came to this country, I saw how American society works and how many opportunities this country provides. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to give my all and I'm just going to take advantage of every single opportunity that comes my way. So, and that's what happened. Little by little, I built up into a completely different field. When you just come to this country, you grab any job you can have. And if I can tell you some jobs that I had before, some people look at me and they say, come on, you're joking. There's no way. But, I was a waitress on the boat. I used to be a house cleaner, the hotel cleaner at the hotel. I was a busboy. I used to clean breakfast at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. I was server at the weddings, worked at the ice cream shop, serviced people on the boats, whatever you call those, the cruise boats. So anything that I could put my hands to. But I'll actually tell you, I don't think a lot of people know this story. I remember originally when I came here, I came to Lake George, New York. So, and Lake George is a beautiful place, but it's a very seasonal place. So, summertime is a lot of tourists there, and I was thrown into a job, kind of like a cheap labor, international student from Europe. So I remember I was working as a waitress on the boat, and because I did not speak any English, my English was extremely poor. I mean, now you won't shut me up, right? I just keep on talking and talking. But 20 years ago, that was a different story. So I remember when I was working on the boat as a server, I could not get a good shift because my English was so bad. Usually, if you work evening shifts, that's dining and people coming in, for romantic atmosphere. Guys are usually, tipping really well, showing off in front of their new dates. So I always was like a chopped liver. I would get all the leftover shifts in the mornings and things like that. And I remember one day, because I was working on tips, I made $40 in tips, and I went to the bathroom to count. I'm going to cry right now. Just every time I say this story, I always cry. So
It's okay.
I went to the bathroom very quickly between my shifts, and I counting $40, and I was so happy. I called my mom. I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I made $40." I was literally that crazy Russian little girl jumping in the bathrooms. I made $40, and it's cash. It's all cash. Because in Russia, if you make $300 a month, you're already doing really good for yourself. So I was like, "Oh my God, I made $40 in a day." And that's when something clicked in my head, and I was like, you know what? If I work hard, I will be all right. And from there on, that's it. The sky was the limit. So those $40 were just that just really that big magical number in my head. So
Yeah, and I love how you said you came with a lot of hope, right? And I think that's what people need, especially nowadays, with the way the world is, the country is, the pandemic, and a lot of people are struggling with their health. So I really appreciate you coming on today. You have an incredible amount of knowledge, and can you tell us a little bit about now where your business is? And before we get into that, it's interesting that you wound up in Lake George, because that's like the Siberia of the United States, right? So very cold and seasonal weather. And then you made your way all the way down to Tampa, Florida, where we met. And now you go back and forth to Michigan. So you can tell us the type of business you have now, the 7.7 nutrition, and what are some, and then we'll get into some of the type of people you help. So what is your business now?
absolutely. And I'm going to share my screen here. Jamie, can you
Yeah,
confirm that you can
sure.
see my screen now? 7.7 Nutrition is a registered dietitian office, and we specialize in holistic nutrition. It's really important for us to educate our clients to make sure that everyone understands that we want to first and foremost to make sure that you're feeling good before you can be performing good and then looking good, because that's what longevity of life is all about, right? Right here on the screen, you can see our whole staff. I can very honestly and absolutely wholeheartedly say that we have some of the absolute best nutrition professionals in the whole United States. I'm very proud of all the girls. This are my proudest moments. These girls are the absolute best. 7.7.
And hold on 1 minute. It all starts from the top, Pauline. So your leadership, I've known Jessica and Gabby and now Stacy and Joanna, part of the Dabish family. You got some great people that work for you. I know they are challenged and rewarded very well. So I just want to compliment you on that, because your team's fantastic. I love their energy. They travel all over the country to learn with our team at Nutritional Frontiers. And they're really motivated to help people. You got some really great people on your team. So
Yes, and
that's
you
a
know what?
compliment to you.
Yes, thank you, Jamie. And I'm a very proud employer, and I say this to everybody. This business that I built is my baby. When you have a child, you give the best to your child, right? You put yourself on hold. Your children come first. You put all of your finances into your kids, right? You love them, you care for them, you do whatever it takes for them to succeed. You invest into the best education. So this business was like originally and still was like my baby. And I'm a very proud employer to say that I strive on providing such great opportunities to people that want to do what they're actually doing right now. And I always say this, that if everybody loved their job, this world would be a much better place. So I'm very excited and I'm very proud to say that all of our girls on the team love coming to work every day. We have a new addition to the team now, Taylor. She just joined our team in Michigan. She was a dietitian assistant in one of the very famous hospitals, the Beaumont Hospital. And she tells us every day, she says, I love coming to work. I'm so excited to wake up and come to work. And it makes me feel good. This country gave me an opportunity. And now I'm just so fortunate that I'm able to give back and do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
100%.
And someone asked me the other day, when are you going to retire? I said, retire from what?
Listen,
this is what I do.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I'm around all these great people, great clients, great employees, great partners. It's just a lot of fun. So
yes, and for somebody like you and I, Jamie, because we're both Virgos, right? We're workaholics. We will probably never retire.
I knew that was coming.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Now, Jamie, just tell me, can you see me and can you see my screen?
Yes.
You can see both. Okay, because I can see myself, but I can only see the screen. Okay, great. So just a little bit about the history of our offices. 7.7 Nutrition. We started 11 years ago in Tampa Bay, Florida, and now we have 5 locations, and all of our locations are inside of Powerhouse Gyms. Powerhouse Gyms gave us a wonderful opportunity as well to be a part of their team, and for that I will be forever grateful. So far, we have 2 locations in Florida and 3 locations in Michigan. I'm currently in Michigan right now, but I go back and forth. So we are looking to open up our 6th location, which will be our location number 4 for Michigan, and it will be in Northville, Michigan, in around April or May of next year. So little by little we're growing, and of course, you, Jamie, and Nutritional Frontiers, you already know that you are an absolute essential part of what we do. So I would say you and I were like a work husband and a work wife working together into growing our babies, because you guys just started 13 years ago, correct?
Yes.
And then I just started 11 years ago. So both of us are just growing up our kids together.
Do you know how long it takes for the overnight sensation to occur? 20 years.
Yeah.
So we're getting close.
There you go. 20 years later, they became an overnight success.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sleepless nights, 7 days a week, hustling, right? But it's all worth it. And, we wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
Yeah, so anyways, let me go ahead and start my presentation. So 7.7 Nutrition, who we are and what we do. We are a registered dietitian offices, and like I said, we specialize in holistic nutrition. You can see right here on the screen, this is everything that we do. Basically, there is absolutely nothing we cannot do when it comes to nutrition. We have registered dietitians, we have sports nutritionists, we have anti-aging specialists on the team, and anything from weight management to youthful aging to, of course, body composition. We can do it all. These are some of our transformations, some of our success stories, and real people, real results. These are people that we literally, after they finish the program, we ask them for a favor and we say, hey, can you just write, how you feel on this little board, or can you just please take a picture with this so we can keep on sharing the knowledge and sharing the awareness of what nutrition can do. So you can see just absolutely phenomenal results. Some of more of our before and after transformations. And
Paulie, can you just, a lot of people look at you and say, and we just had Paul and Kelly on, and they're fitness trainers and they're in great shape. They may look at you and say, oh, it's so easy for her. She's only working with people that, have great genetics. Can you comment on that at all?
Absolutely. Well, if we only worked with the people that have great genetics, that's absolutely, they would be right. It would be very easy for us. But we work with all kinds of walks of life. We work with anything from people that come in with MTHFR mutation or diabetes or Crohn's, microscopic colitis, IBS. So those are very complicated cases, and those that have to be supervised under strict attention of a clinical registered dietitian. So yes, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. We make it look like like it's easy, right, on our pictures, and you can see. So, but yes, that's why we do what we do. It's our duty and obligation to make sure that we make this world a healthier place. So, but it's definitely not easy.
And I know I've struggled at times, in my journey, and I know you have also, right? I know you got some really cool pictures showing where sometimes maybe you weren't in your best shape. So I really like that you're very vulnerable and very transparent for people, because they think it's so easy all the time, and it's not
Mhm.
easy for anybody.
It's really not. And I'm going to show this slide very quickly so you can see.
Oh,
These are pictures of me before and after. The 2001 picture you can see on the left, that was me when I was in this country, just, overworked, underpaid. Absolutely. I did this to myself. I neglected my health, and I don't necessarily blame myself for that. I really was struggling financially, and I had to really just eat anything that has high processed foods and refined sugars and carbohydrates. Just, I was in a survival mode when I got here. So, but now when I'm able to afford a healthier food, of course, I'm going to treat myself better, and teach our people to do the same. But in 2001, I was just, you can see, I was not at my healthiest. Just according to the picture, you can probably tell I'm not feeling good. I'm not sleeping good. And
that
then
is her, Phil. Phil over here is wondering who is that person in the middle. That is Paulina. So
that is
she's
me.
human just like anyone else. And I like how you explain, when you're in survival mode sometimes, look, you just try to get through the day, the week, the month, right? Just
Yes.
trying to make sure you can afford your bills. So, I think that's part of the journey, right? Is that you build that strength up mentally when you're struggling, so that you can get to these other points in your life where, hey, now I'm going to apply that strength I built, by surviving, now
Yep.
to thriving.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I show sometimes these pictures to my friends or clients, and they will say, "Well, this picture of you in the past, you still look so happy." And I always joke and I say, "Yeah, because I'm probably hiding some chicken wings in that little purse."
That ice cream does make you smile, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, but one day I woke up and I said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to neglect my health any longer. And then I just completely rebuilt myself from this to this. And now it's my obligation, and it's really my duty to share with the world that if I can do this, you can absolutely do this, as long as you have a desire and tenacity, and as long as you really have the right people by your side to teach you, support you, and guide you. The sky is the limit. You can move mountains.
So it's amazing, the transformation and the journey. So what are some of the things I mean, I love the style you guys do, because you tie in the underlying cause of people's health issues like candida and stuff.
Mhm.
So what are some of the more common things when people come in that you're identifying as their cause? It could be weight gain, it could be mood, it could be sleep,
Mhm.
digestion. What are some of the main causes you see?
Yeah, it's the biggest client that comes into our offices we see is definitely weight management, but it's not necessarily weight management for aesthetic reasons. It's the weight management for overall health, right? Because as we know, with excess weight gain, we have things like high blood pressure, high triglycerides, sleep apnea. Obviously, we have prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, which we'll speak about in just a little bit, mood disorders, sleeping disorders, and then obviously can lead to all kinds of eating disorders. So when people come to us for weight management, it's not because they want to have a nice six pack and a beautiful round booty, right? That's because they just really want to fall asleep really good, stay asleep, wake up rested, waking up full of energy, pooping well, nothing hurts on their body when they wake up. So that's usually a good side effect, the positive side effect of what people want. But we do have a lot of people that come in with digestive disorders, and absolutely a lot of people with either adult glucose intolerance or something that's sugar management related, so typically diabetes.
Yeah, and oftentimes people come in and they're so focused on the result rather than what they got to do. So, what are some of the things
Mhm.
you do initially with people? Because we look a lot at food allergies, of course. We look at toxicity levels. So, what are some of the things you're doing at the initial stages with people?
Yeah, so when a client originally comes into our office, we do offer complimentary 1 hour consultations. It's kind of like a discovery hour where a client will sit down with one of our nutritionists or dietitians. And within that hour, we want to figure out exactly what their weak points are, what the strong points are, and exactly how we can help them. So typically we perform a body scan. We use a Sika body scan. It's a German device. It's the only medically validated device for body composition that tells us exactly what's going on with their hydration, total fat in pounds, total fat in percentage, muscle mass, minimum amount of calories they should consume. So we do the body scan, then we chat to get to know that client, and then from there on we just work in 3 simple steps. Step one, we recommend to do the blood work for food inflammation testing. It's one of the really great tools we use in our office. We use a lab in Massachusetts, FDA registered lab in Massachusetts. You can see this is our dietitian Stacy, our registered dietitian Stacy, performing a test. So we test 176 different foods that can possibly inflame us. We also test for leaky gut syndrome. You can see all the beautiful supplements in the back, Jamie, right? Look at that beautiful Christmas tree
Oh,
made out.
those are beautiful.
Yes. So
My
we do the
favorite.
blood. Yes, mine too. I have to agree with that. So, step one, we do the blood work for food inflammation testing. We nip it in the butt. We want to get rid of anything that can possibly inflame us, right? Because our blood does not lie. Let's get rid of anything that can affect us, because you can see here on the top all of these symptoms can be very much eliminated or prevented just by consuming foods that our blood does not reject. So we do inflammation testing. From there on, we design a custom diet plan. It takes us a long time to put a specialized plan together. We do not do any kind of cookie cutter plans, nothing copy and paste. We make it very specific for the client's goals and needs. And then the final and a very crucial part of the protocol is we recommend supplements. The
Mm.
supplements we work with, of course, are professional formulas. I am one of those pain in the behind that gets very particular of what kind of products I carry on my shelves. So obviously, we outsource the best of the best ingredients. We only work with whole food ingredients. All of the herbs that we work with are USA organic. We really like that type of raw material. We don't work anything with synthetics, binders, fillers, because we know poor quality and low bioavailability is going to basically be a waste of money for our clients. So basically, step one, do the blood work. Step two, design the diet plan. Step three, recommend supplements for whatever that a client might be possibly needing. We do not go crazy. We're not those companies that just start bombarding you with the supplements and then a client works out with $900 worth of things.
Yeah.
But we don't go conservative either, because it's our professional job to give us a professional opinion to a client of what is it that they're missing. So basically, we want to make sure they understand that supplements that we recommend need to be an extension of their food. Because if you're eating
Well,
like a garbage disposal, no supplements are going to help you, and the other way
yeah,
around. If
I love what you guys do because this is a lifestyle program. You're evaluating the
Mhm.
person, you're looking for underlying causes, you're customizing a lifestyle, including exercise, food, food based nutrition. And that's really the way to get the long term results. Everyone's looking for this quick fix. What is a typical program that people go on with you? How long are they clients for?
Anywhere between 8 weeks to 24 weeks. Typically, if someone who already has a great behavior modification and someone who just needs a little bit of tweaking, we work with them for 8 weeks. Someone who requires extra special attention and someone who really needs more TLC and more education, we go for 24 weeks. And we also have memberships available. We have kind of like subscription plans where a client at a very low friction of a price can sign up for a monthly membership, just like any kind of like a gym membership services, and they can come and see us 4 times a month. So typically on a weekly basis, and they control how long they want to stay with us. They can stay with us
So
for
you
2 months.
guys are located in Michigan and Tampa. I
Yeah.
prefer the Tampa location myself, but I'll
Yes.
make that trip to Michigan anytime for you guys.
Hmm.
So if people are in those areas and they want to come in to meet with you, how do they find you guys or schedule?
So typically they can go to our website, 77diet.com, and they can contact us through the website. We have an automatic chat where people can send us a message, and we check it daily. You know, if you see, I have two phones, so usually those two phones go with me everywhere I go. Or people can contact us directly to the phone number attached to the website. Depending on the location that's convenient for you, they can call us or text us. People also message us through Instagram. We do get quite a lot of referrals from social media. So I'll be glad to give my direct work number, not my personal number, to everyone here, so you guys can text me directly. So
I don't even know if I have the personal number, but I'm not going to share whatever number I have. So,
yes, you
all right.
have a
So
personal number.
if, if people are in those areas, they can come and meet with you live, right, in person. What
Mhm.
about if they're outside an area? Do you ever do any Zoom or phone work or telemedicine?
Absolutely. Yep, we work remotely quite a lot. Same exactly thing. We meet on Zoom. We spend around 1 hour and 15 minutes for a consultation, and we have clients from all over the world. I have a girl
Oh,
from Dubai that I'm working with. I have another gentleman from Qatar. I mean, we have clients from North Carolina, California, Pennsylvania. Our nutritionist Gabby, she's from Pennsylvania herself, so she works with a lot of people from her hometown. So yes, absolutely. If this is something of interest to you, please leave us a comment or contact me after this presentation, and we will set up a remote session. And it's a complimentary session. There is absolutely no charge.
oh, thank you so much. So I really love how you focus and you've educated a lot of our clients on diabetes, because to me
Mm-hmm.
that's the scariest thing in the country because a lot of people don't even know they have it. So you can talk
Yes.
about a little bit about your experience with people in that pre-diabetic insulin resistance and then full-blown diabetes and what can
Yes.
you do?
Absolutely. Well, you know, I always say this, and I never try to sound like a very harsh person, but also when it comes to health and wellness, we cannot really sugarcoat it too much. But I always say this: diabetes is the real pandemic. The actual real national pandemic of 2021 and even 2020 is nothing else but diabetes. Obviously, we know there is type 1, type 2 diabetes, right? There is also pre-diabetes. But the type 2, the fun fact about type 2 diabetes is that 90% of Americans, this is how crazy this is, 90% of American population that have diabetes are actually type 2. And what does it tell us?
Yeah.
That means we're the ones that created it to ourselves, right? So nobody else to blame but ourselves. Children nowadays at the age of 6 and 7 are now getting identified with type 2 diabetes. It used to be just 3 years ago, it used to be from ages from 12 to 15. Guess where it's going? We're going down the ladder. Now, 6 year olds, 7 year olds have type 2 diabetes. So who is it to blame? It's not the kids themselves, right? They codependent on their parents. So it's the parents themselves. So the parents develop type 2, the kids develop type 2 diabetes, and it just becomes that vicious cycle, right? But the crazy part about it is that that cycle can be very rapidly stopped, right?
Yes.
And we're not discovering America here, right? This right here is three solutions: exercise, diet, supplementation. There is no miracle pill. This is it right here: work out, eat well, supplement with high absorbency supplements, right? And I always say this when sometimes people say, well, it's easy for you to say, you're in the fitness and wellness industry. I don't care if you're walking around the mall. I don't care if you're doing jumping jacks at home or you're doing push-ups in the morning, right? Before you take a shower and go to work. I don't care if you're sprinting, doing powerlifting, working out, taking boot camp classes, just keep it moving, right? Do something, right? Get your heart working, get your lymph nodes working. You cannot just be sitting on your behind. So the diet, that's something we can
Yeah, I
absolutely.
want to just comment quickly on the exercise and movement because that's fantastic advice, Paulina. You got to move every day in a healthy way. There are days that you have more time and you're feeling stronger, you can do longer workouts. Other days, maybe just walking the steps more that day or going for
Mhm.
a walk on your break or stretching. But the body was made to move. And then you brought up a great point, and it may sound simple for you, but a lot of people forget about this, the lymphatic system, right? That's your drainage system. That's your,
Mhm.
sewage system. And the problem is there's not really a great pump in the lymphatic system. The old saying, take the dog for a walk. It should be take you for a walk too. And that's
Mhm.
a good way to drain, right? So
Absolutely.
exercise or movement is vital to people's success. And I always say, don't look at it as a punishment, and you can multitask. So when I'm doing my walking and my exercise, I'm always educating, because I have the phone with the headset, so I can listen to your podcasts or your videos. I can listen to music. So you can multitask and make it more fun, because you may not have time to listen to music separately or work out, but you can combine them together.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you just had a baby, grab the vacuum cleaner, right? Clean the house. It's a win-win. Grab the baby, do some squats with the baby. You can do that. If you're a busy professional and let's say you're parking at the parking garage at work, go park all the way on the top. Park on the 10th floor, 15th floor, because then guess what? You will be forced to take the stairs up and down, and that counts. Right, you don't need to belong to a fancy fitness studio or have an expensive Peloton bike to succeed, right? If there is a will, there is a way, right? Opportunities are everywhere, just like in anything, business, relationships, friendships. Same with your health and wellness. Opportunities are everywhere. We just need to know how to grab those opportunities.
Yeah, and use the technology to your advantage. Like I do track my steps, right? And the days I'm not getting as much steps, I try and I try and get more floors, right, up the steps.
Hmm.
And then there's days that maybe I'm going to utilize that as a motivation. I'm going to try and hit a certain number, right? So you can
Hmm.
use the little accountability tools to make it a little more fun and to keep you on your program too.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, um, again, people are just making it more complicated on themselves. It doesn't need to be that complicated, right?
No.
So all the tools are around us. We just need to we just need to be aware of where to grab them, and then again,
Yeah,
trust
and
it.
there's no bad exercise. You can do anything.
Absolutely,
Doesn't matter.
absolutely. Yep. I just want to show and really brag about this young gentleman right here. This is a perfect
Oh
example.
yeah.
So this young gentleman is a client of ours from Tampa Bay, Florida. He was an insulin-dependent diabetic. We met him at the gym, at Powerhouse Gym. He was already working out, and he started with the personal trainer. And if you look at his picture here from the left to the right, all we're literally doing is just changing his diet plan. Right? We're changing how he's eating, and we're changing the supplementation. The movement was already there. He started training, he started doing cardio. He had a great personal trainer that was also guiding him. But look how much of a big difference. We worked with him to the point where he lost 200 pounds, and then he went on his own and he lost another 100 pounds, and then from there on he lost 303 pounds total. See, and stories like this is what really keeps our business going and our office going. Like we live for a good transformation like that. Like look how much of an amazing change that young gentleman made, and you can tell
Not
he's
just the weight. I mean, all his blood markers changed. His face, his smile changed. His body changed. Everything changed. That's
absolutely.
an
I mean,
incredible job.
look at his numbers. He was insulin dependent, almost 50% body fat. His total fat mass was 176 pounds. So I mean, blood sugar 300 plus. But if you look at the numbers for before and after, when we were doing the body composition analysis with him to track his progress, he literally only lost body fat. He was losing from 176 pounds to 165 pounds to 123 pounds, but his muscle mass, he did not lose at all. He literally kept the same muscle mass, and he only kept on shredding unwanted body fat. And that's a definition of success. So,
And that's the difference working with a national leading health expert like Paulina and her team at 7.7 Nutrition versus buying a product on Amazon or trying to do this on your own, folks. You
absolutely.
need the expertise. Her staff has hundreds of years of experience, right? They work with thousands of people and all types of different challenges. So you need to hire an expert. you can go right to their website, 7.7diet.com, right? So they can do this in their offices in Michigan, Tampa, Florida, or they can do it remotely. So you got a lot of options to work with her and her team. So
Yeah,
this is awesome.
absolutely. Absolutely. And you can see all the great testimonials. Sometimes when I read these testimonials, there's so many of them. And we've been only open for 11 years. We're still babies, right? We're not even teenagers yet. When I see things like this, I was like, holy cow, I actually feel like I'm 90 years old. How long have I been doing this for? So, and that's what keeps our excitement going. The most exciting thing that we have going on for 2022 now, Jamie, as you know, now we're so thrilled to collaborate with other healthcare practitioners and offices, medical offices, holistic offices, acupuncturists. And now we will be bringing our 7.7 nutrition protocols and consulting to like-minded professionals. So if you're in a health and wellness and fitness industry and you want to learn how to successfully incorporate the supplementation, the dietary protocol, and everything that we do in our offices into your practice, now we are offering those opportunities to the practitioners. And I'm so excited. I'm absolutely excited because that's how together, little by little, we can make this world really, truly a healthier place.
Yeah, and so many healthcare professionals, so many staff and patients, they need your help and our help. So that's why we're going to, take this to a new level in 2022. And with you and your team's expertise on implementing this, love it. So I see some cool things you're showing. Is this the basket of shame? Because my
Yes.
presentation at 11 o'clock today is your labels are screaming. Are
Yes.
you listening? So let's
Yes.
hear it, Paulina, because
Yes.
the basket of shame is getting full.
Yes, in every single one of our offices, when a client comes in for a complimentary discovery hour consultation, we ask them to bring all of their supplements they are currently consuming. We don't like them just taking pictures of it. We really want them to bring it so that we can shake it in front of them and really visually show them how to read the labels. We have this big basket in every office, and we call it the basket of shame. This is everything that our clients bring to us. And if we don't like it, it's non-negotiable. We just take those products and we throw it into that basket. And the goal with that is to teach people of how to look at the labels. Like some of you guys can recognize these products, right? They're all over the market. They're on every single shelf for any kind of mass production retail stores. So we have gummy bears, we have the Mega Man, the Centrum Silver multivitamins, and unfortunately, those are very low quality multivitamins. A lot of people don't know any better. They just think, okay, this looks very enticing. We got vitamin A, we got vitamin C. Ooh, check this out. Here's 800 IUs of vitamin D. So that must be good for me. So we educate our clients and tell them before you even invest your money into the products, take a look on the bottom of each product and see the other ingredients, because other ingredients is what truly really compounds the products together, right? With the gummies, right? We have the gummies for children. There is women's multivitamin gummy bears. There is a fiber gummies. We educate our clients that it's nothing but sugar. And all you do is they take the synthetic multivitamin and they just spray paint it on top of that gummy. So you're literally eating or taking nothing but just a regular candy full of spray paint on top. So if you look here on the other ingredients, we have glucose syrup, sugar, water, citric acids, right? I mean, that's not the most appropriate things for someone who is on a health and wellness protocol. The same thing with the vitamins themselves. There is a big difference between B complex, activated or non-activated, right? they already know that methylcobalamin is something that we would prefer to consume, because most of us are not methylators of cobalamin. If we over 40 years old, we truly won't methylate B complex unless it's activated. Autistic children don't methylate cobalamin. Vegan people don't methylate cobalamin. So it's important. Like, you guys have a fabulous B complete. We absolutely love it. It's a whole family of vitamin Bs, and it's activated. You take it and your brain understands that that's it. It belongs to you. So you're actually getting all the value from it. So that's what we do. We educate the clients, and we tell them, like it says right here, the same artery clogging hydrogenated fats and oils, which we call, as we know, trans fats, that we were told to absolutely avoid, right, for these dangerous
Yeah.
health reasons. They also use in those cheaply made vitamins and fillers. I did a presentation for you guys one time, and I was telling your staff that even if you offer me $100,000 to take this over-the-counter supplements, I will say I don't need your money. Keep it, because I'm not putting garbage in my body. My body is my temple, because I don't want to take any synthetics. I don't want to take dioxides. I don't want to take yellow number 6, yellow number 5. It's the same things as a wall paint or what's found in a nail polish, right? So can you
Yeah.
imagine?
What
Can
I hear often from people when I start looking at their products, they go, well, it's better than nothing. I say, actually, it's worse than nothing, because you're not only getting the nutrients, you're adding more toxicity to the body. It's probably
100%.
worse than doing nothing. I says, whatever your budget is, we'll fit you in. But what's your recommendation to people that say that?
I tell them that I'd rather have you take nothing at all rather than take something wrong. And then I educate them. I tell them all of these bright and colorful horse pills, as I like to call them, have the same things as nail polish. Would you consume something with nail polish? Absolutely not. And they will say, well, my doctor told me to go and take a multivitamin. Your doctor is referring to a whole food ingredients in your
Right.
multivitamin. Your doctor is not referring to Centrum Silver that has aspartame and yellow number 5. Your doctor is referring to a multivitamin that has chlorella and spirulina and papaya and beet juice, right? Because those are whole food ingredients that really, when you take it, your brain understands that it belongs to it, because it's an extension of your foods. So again, and that's why we educate our clients on that. Um, Over-the-counter supplements, obviously, because they're not regulated. You and I, Jamie, you will know that they do not comply with good GMP, so the good manufacturing practices are really not there. Unless something dangerous happens, unless somebody, God forbid, dies, that's when we see it on the news or newspaper that there is a recall for those supplements.
Yeah, that's the challenge, is that they can make a really bad vitamin in a GMP facility, right?
Mhm.
So we go a step further with 7.7 nutrition and your pure formulations and nutritional frontiers. Is it's a selection of raw goods too, right? It's the quality of your USDA organic liquid herbs. It's the
Mhm.
quality of things that we're using in Canada Kill and some of the shakes like Super Shake. So it's not just the amount of the ingredients, it's the delivery and what else is in there. And then the selection of raw goods are really important. And I know you have a fantastic product line we're going to bring in at the World of
Mhm.
Wellness. Can you tell us a little bit about your organic herbs?
Yes, absolutely. So we do have the nutritional frontiers in our offices as a main staple product, but I also am partial to another company that's called PureX Formulas. This is my company, and we develop high absorbency liquid tinctures. We make 11 products, anything from digestive to the vitamin D to hydration, sleep, and fat loss products. And Nutritional Frontiers is one of our manufacturers that's making products for us. So that's why I'm just so excited that I met you 11 years ago, Jamie. I learned personally a lot from you and your whole staff. And just Jamie's just a cool guy to work with. If I call him and I'll say, hey, I need this and this and this, I want the liver and gallbladder and kidney, and I need something for digestive. Can we make it kind of like one-stop shop in one bottle? He was like, give me 3 days, you got it. And that's what we make. And originally, when we created PureX Formulas, we created them just to keep them on the shelves for our clients. But it so happens that a lot of our clients are doctors and chiropractors and acupuncturists. What started happening is all of those doctors started grabbing those products because they worked for them. They started grabbing them for their patients. Like, oh, let me grab a few for my client. You know, my patient doesn't sleep well. Let me get a few of this. And that's how we said, you know what? Why don't we create wholesale opportunities for all of the health and wellness professionals? As long as you're in the health and wellness industry, I mean, you can be an acupuncturist, you can be a plastic surgery center, you can be a yoga studio. As long as
Frozen. So we're fortunate to be here live at the World of Wellness. We have special guest, Paulina Petrusevich, on here. She's a fitness expert, functional registered dietitian, a client of Nutritional Frontiers, and she owns 7.7 Nutrition. So you go to their website, 77diet.com. She's located throughout the state of Michigan and Tampa, Florida. So if you'd like to learn more, you can go right to their website to check them out. They are accepting new clients at all locations. They're also hiring functional registered dietitians. And they also do telemedicine remotely. So you can contact Paulina directly at the numbers listed below. And we are live at the World of Wellness. This is the last day of the Wine of Wellness week. It's been an incredible week. We want to thank everybody, including our staff and great clients that come in. We are open to 5 o'clock today. We got 3 more workshops on the list. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to be talking about your labels are screaming. Can you hear them? How to read labels for food, over-the-counter prescriptions, and then supplementation. At 12 o'clock, we got Healthy Holly Treats demonstration, how to make these treats at home. I'm super excited for this one. We have Holly and Kylie will be in the kitchen making those from 12 to 1. And at 1 o'clock, the Godfather will bring us home, how to live until you die. So come on down, folks. In addition, from 1 to 3, we have the PCIC, Fighting for Your Medical Freedoms, upstairs. And we'll be here till 5 o'clock today. So thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.